can't live broadcast on Twitter anymore unless you have a premium account. Oh, those little stinkers. Hmm. Don't like that. That's dumb. Okay, well, I guess I gotta not live stream there. Hello, everybody. Just waiting for a few more connections. That's right. I'm not in an exciting place right now. I'm in a hotel room. To be specific, I'm in the hotel room that I'm staying in while I'm in New York. So just gonna wait a little bit, let some people come in, and then I'm gonna play a little bit of play with Suno, because why not? I mean, I can't think of much better to do. It's already dark outside. I kind of already did my walking around New York going thing, and I'm sure I'll do more of that tomorrow and the next day. So, if you're piling in, hello, welcome. It's good to see you. Um, I had intended, so I was like, okay, I use StreamYard to stream these things, right? And I normally stream to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@techsploder. And then I also normally stream to my Twitch channel, which is not at TechSploder. Probably should be. It is twitch.tv/yellowgoldstudios. Um, I need to change that. I think I need to change that. Anyways, my point being that why do I have two windows open? Hold on one second. My point being that I was gonna start, streaming this stuff to more places. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna stream to Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. So I put that in, and then when I hit stream, it says, "Oh no, you need a premium account to do that." That's changed. When I started doing this like 6 months ago, I could stream to Twitter X. So Elon Musk extracting more revenue from me. Although I'm not going to be a premium on Twitter, I'm just not going to do it. I can't do it. Um, and then I also wanted to stream to Instagram, and that required like this key thing, so I had to like bail on that. I wanted to stream to LinkedIn because it was like, oh man, that would be a great place to stream because it makes a lot of sense for a lot of stuff I do. And there I had to have a certain threshold of people on the TechSploder page, which I definitely have nowhere close to. I think it's like 150, which is not that many, but on LinkedIn, apparently it is for me. So, anyways, I could not. I wanted to. I wanted to expand the streaming destinations, but I could not. So I am sitting here in New York City, downtown Manhattan, where I am for an event which I'm not entirely sure if the event is. See, I'm horrible at this stuff. I probably should know this, but I don't. So therefore, I'm going to err on the side of safety and say that I'm here for an event. I'm not entirely certain I'm supposed to talk about it until it happens, so I'm not gonna. But I'm here for something that happens soon. I'm here for the next couple of days. I'll just say that. And I was flying all day. I woke up at 4 a.m. Pacific. Thought there was going to be food on the plane, so I cut it super close and got on the plane and realized, oh, wait a minute. They don't really do lunches and breakfasts on food or on airplanes unless you're flying international. So basically, I got up at 4 a.m. and my first meal was when I got here at like 6 p.m. when I finally got like in place and went for a walk, 6 p.m. Eastern. So it was a long day of no food. Had a really wonderful chicken sandwich. Had a beer. I have another one here, and I thought it would be appropriate to get a New York beer, Brooklyn Brewery. I can't tell you if Brooklyn Brewery is a renowned brewery, but I know that it's good. It's a nice amber lager, sure. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then I got back to my hotel room and I'm like, all right, well, what now? Because it's like 6 o'clock my time, even though it's 9 o'clock here. And I've just been kind of enjoying opening up the live stream and playing around with things that I don't know very much about and getting to know them. And you can help me with that. So that's why I opened the stream. So I've been talking about it for a little while now because I've been playing with UDO, kind of from the context of taking music that I've produced and then using UDO, which is a music generation system, AI system, to give me ideas for that I can do as a producer that I can then open up my workstation, my digital audio workstation, and go in and replicate those ideas, right? So it's not like give me something that I'm going to put into the song, like sample. Maybe someday I'll do that, but I'm not there yet. I'm kind of enjoying this exploration. And I keep saying, and people keep telling me, hey, you should really check out Suno. It does these things well, or it's not as good at these things, or it does longer. Like one of the things about Suno is that it actually does longer clips. Like with UDO, what you get out of it are these little short, like 45-second things, 30, 45-second things. In Suno, I think you get up to 3 minutes. Which, I mean, okay, great. I guess, opt for more versus less. But for my purposes, like I kind of don't care about 3 minutes. I just want like an idea. I don't need like a full realized song. That's not what I'm really interested in. So I figured I'm not doing anything. Like, what am I going to do? Like, go to sleep? It's 6 o'clock in the evening for me. Um, I don't have to wake up that early tomorrow. So I thought I'd open up a stream. I happen to have a headset. I hope the audio sounds okay with the mic. This is a pair of headphones that I'm testing right now. Steel Series Arctis Pro, Arctis Nova Pro wireless white version. That actually makes a difference because the white version, they've redesigned the noise cancellation coil in here so it doesn't press on your eardrums. Good. Hey, welcome back, Jesse. Familiar face. Good to see you here. Excellent. I'm happy the sound is good. I threw these in the bag and I was like, what better way to test things than to just go with it? That's kind of how I rolled with my OnePlus 12 review that actually I just published this morning. So if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you'll see that. I took it to Italy and I was like, if I'm going to Italy, I want photos to look good. And so then I took that phone with that camera over my Pixel 8 Pro and I was like, it better look good. And thankfully it did. So I'm happy about that. Okay. So I keep talking. I'm not actually doing the thing that I'm here to do. So what I want to do is I want to get to know Suno. Suno is a competitor to Udio. And it has some upsides or benefits. It has some disadvantages, I think, by comparison. But I don't own those comparisons. At this point, I only own my experience with Udio. I don't own really hardly any experience with Suno. I opened it one time, I don't know how many months ago, generated a couple of songs, went haha, pointed at it, and closed it. Um, and now that I've had some of this experience with Udio, I'm like, okay, well, now I'm curious. Like, now I have a good sense of what I would use Udio for. If I take that same context and apply it to Suno, what am I going to get? Am I going to get something very similar? Is it going to sound better? Like, what are the differences? And I only know that by playing with it. So I was kind of collecting a few things here. So part of what I was doing, then I was like, I'll just open up the stream and you can be part of this too. Is I'm going through some old song ideas to like choose a couple of things to augment or to put into the idea pool. And so I have one picked. I have another one that I need to export. So give me a second. I'm just gonna export that. And then I can start like feeding these into there. I already signed up for the UDO Pro plan just so that I have some generations ahead of me. Let's see here. Doing two things at once is not always the easiest thing in the world. Okay. bounce, and then I can load these in, and we'll see where we go. And I think that, whoa, I think that as we're going along, if I'm showing about 12 people between Twitch and YouTube watching right now. Hopefully that goes up. The last live stream I did, that did go up. It was like 30 or 40, so I was really happy with that. But what was cool about that is as it was going along, as people were joining, they were like, oh, well, try this. And that helped me. It helped me actually a lot because some of the people that were giving me like prompt ideas were really kind of opening my mind to like the level of detail that you kind of need to go in order to get something interesting out of it. So, okay, so let's see here. I do not have my large sprawling desktop monitor to spread things out on. Now I just have this little laptop monitor, so it's going to be a little weird for me because I got to kind of resize things on my screen so that I can still see your chat and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's see here. So I need to present my screen, and I need to do it where I can share audio. So give me a second. I'm kind of looking right now to see where what I need is. Okay, no, it's not that. Cancel. Okay, I'm almost there, you guys. Okay, so now we got Suno. All right. Move that over there. And then, how y'all feeling? You doing good? Feeling it on a Monday night? Huh? Yeah? It's time to party? Okay. This, ladies and gentlemen, is... Sorry, I'm trying to present here. Hey, Marcello, you didn't join late. You joined just in time. I've hardly even got started. Yeah, okay. So I guess we already said that it's a Google event. I couldn't remember. Time to party! Maybe party. I don't know. We'll see. It might be the kind of party that you want to leave. I don't know. But, all right. So let's see here. So, boom. And there we have Suno. I don't know why it's got this whole little area. Okay, so this is saying I need to sign up for an account, but I know for sure that I already logged in. Okay, so I've refreshed, and hey, what do you know? There it is. I've got 2,500 credits. Okay, so the reality here is I have not played with Suno, so I'm literally like stumbling through it with you. And again, just like kind of like my disclaimer here is, I figured if I was going to be stumbling through it for myself, because that's how you research and you learn, then I might as well just do it on a live stream. So that means, whether you intended, whether your intention was to sign up for potentially boring stuff while I figure things out or not, that might just be what it is, because that's what I'm doing here. So I hope you enjoy it. And if you get bored, I won't blame you if you drop off. All right, so Suno, very similar to Udio, right? Generates full songs. I think that the generation length on Suno is a lot longer than Udio. Like I was saying a little bit earlier, you get more distance, you get more time generated around it. You do have the possibility of getting a free account. I have signed up for the monthly pro plan, which I'll probably end up canceling. I mean, unless I like absolutely love it, I'll probably end up canceling it before August 22nd. But that gives me 2,500 credits. Now that doesn't mean that I get 2,500 songs. They do the thing where like a credit, doesn't necessarily equate to a generation, is my understanding. I want to say it's something like 5 or 10 credits per. I like to think of it as like a slot machine, these systems. It's like per poll, but we're going to find out. I honestly just read that somewhere, so who knows. All sorts of styles, all sorts of genres, of course. depending on how you prompt it, I'm sure you can change things like tempo and the key and the instruments. How closely it sticks to that is a real open question for me. Let's see here. So let's see if there is a way for me to, okay, so create. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh, so you can see like the time that I opened it, I generated 4 things. I had no idea what I was doing. I just, put in random, apparently I wanted some shoegaze songs, which is a genre that I like. And in not knowing what I was doing, I created 2 to 3.5 minute generations. And I'm not going to play them because they probably aren't very good. But anyways, that's just to say that like Suno, when you pull the slot machine, you get longer generations. I don't know that that necessarily means that they're better or not, but whatever. Okay, so up here, what I'm noticing immediately with Suno compared to UDO is that it's a lot simpler. I wonder if there's a way to open up like a more advanced option here. There is a way to upload audio. That's what we're going to focus on. Custom. Okay, so custom. Welcome to custom mode. Lyrics, style, extend. Want to go longer? Extend on the song's row. Enter your lyrics to extend the song. Okay, all right, get started. All right, so that opened up a little bit of extra stuff here, but still it's very trim compared to what we were seeing with UDO. UDO has a lot of, yeah, and almost immediately, as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, ugh, I appreciate the length that UDO goes to give you more control, or give you the feeling or the illusion maybe that you have more control. Suno, right off the top, seems like it's meant to appeal to a broader range of people by simplifying things. Don't worry, we got this. You just put in your lyrics, you just put in your style of music, and we'll take care of the rest, sort of thing. As a musician, I wish that I had more control over it, but we'll see what happens. So I know for a fact I'm not going to do lyrics, at least not right now. Maybe later. It's always kind of fun to check it out eventually, but right now I have no interest. We've got our upload audio. Let's go ahead and upload here. I'm going to pull in the, let's see here. This was like a progressive house random idea that I can't remember where I was. Upload file. I can't remember where I was when I started working on it. I think I started this project back in February, and it was just like a single hour long time period or something. I was like, oh, I'm gonna see what, if I put my mind to like progressive house, what does that sound like? So then I created this thing. Okay, so I've uploaded the audio. Doesn't give me any way of previewing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's lacking some depth here. You like my water bottle? What are you talking about? Do I have a water bottle in the shot? What are you talking about, Prince James? I want to know. I don't. Oh, is it behind me on this like thing? Poland Spring? Is this what you're talking about? Are you talking about this random water bottle that was I don't know. Tell me, Prince James. I want to understand. Okay. Thank you, Jesse. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, so I've uploaded the thing. So if I go over to the art and I hit play, you should hear the thing I uploaded. Okay, can you hear that? First of all, I'm hoping you can. And if you can confirm and comment, that would be great. Hopefully you can hear that. And if not, I'm just like popping. Okay, good. Thank you, Suno. I don't know until I know, you know? Just 2 frames. Okay, so pretty simple. I didn't spend a lot of time on it. I do like the kind of like the fluctuating aspect of it. That's all I had. All right. Okay. So thank you, Jesse. Now I know how to preview the thing I just uploaded. Okay, so I've uploaded that. Now style of music. So if I was in Udio, this would be, okay, let's throw it for a loop right off the top. Maybe throw it for a loop, I don't know. What I did in Udio when I really wanted to make sure that it was adhering to what I was talking about is I put in fusion jazz. Someone in the comments of like the first video that I did on Udio's, that was all they put in their comment. They said fusion jazz. And I was like, what does that mean? And then I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute. Are they saying I should put that in as the prompt? And when I did, it was kind of a good indicator of like, is this actually listening to me? If I put in fusion jazz and it still sounds like, you know, like unchanged and kind of same style, then, you know, it's not listening to me. But if I put in fusion jazz and suddenly it's like, then I know it's actually doing something. Jesse says, now on the track, if you go to the 3 dots next to the thumbs, yes, you get some options and you can choose extend. Wow, so they really hide the options, don't they? Is this because I have my window so small? Like if this was out? Oh, it's because, maybe? Yeah? Is it because, okay. Maybe it's because I have the windows set so small. But I mean, the button now suddenly is here. Okay. So I can only extend from the end then, is what you're saying. I can't like say, put something on top of this from the middle or something like that. That's one thing that Udio has, right? Is Suno only an extension thing? And I should also point out there's this versioning up here. 3.5 is the current version. It says newest model, better song structure, maximum 4 minutes. Version 3 was broad, versatile, maximum 2 minutes. Version 2 was vintage. If you like to go back old school style, then you go version 2, maximum 1.3 minutes. And when to start. Okay. All right. So then if I hit extend, you're like, dude, just do the thing I told you. Hit the extend button. Then your answer will be there. Thank you for being patient with me. I am learning, but I'm also like being show guy. So anyways. Yeah, there it is. Had I just pushed the button, I would have seen that. Okay, so extend from. So, all right, so let's put this at like 30 because I don't want to extend from the end. I want it to like kind of pick up in the middle. You know what I mean? Title, Prague House. Prague House, tell Brooklyn. Okay. Fusion Jazz. Fusion Jazz. Prague House, tell Brooklyn is the title. Extend from 30 seconds. I have put all this stuff in here, and I'm going to cross my fingers and pray to God. We'll hit extend, and like Udio, it does 2 generations simultaneously. Another fun one that I did with Udio is I put white noise here. Solid, blank, air, repeated delay that fades into the darkness. And, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and extend with that too, just to see. Okay, Prague House till Brooklyn Fusion Jazz. Version 1, here we go. Definitely noticing the quality is not quite the same. Like it feels kind of radio, like FM quality to me. I mean, this is like a remix of like the first part of it that I did, but still, that sounds pretty good. Okay. Like, I'm not listening to this and immediately going, oh man, yeah, let's go. Rock and roll. Like, I want to hear. Sorry. And also, maybe I'm just so used to the way Udio does it where it plays the original thing and then it goes into it. Like, maybe that's unnecessary because I'm always skipping forward anyways. But like, that took me off guard here. I was like, oh, wait a minute. It just jumps right into it. It's like from start to finish, the generated thing is this versus here's your stuff, and then it transitions into the generated thing. I don't know which one is better. Maybe I'll get a better sense of that. Okay, so that was the first one. Interesting. My water bottle Contigo. You are picking out some weird things to look at. Are you talking about this thing? You talking about the water bottle that's in my backpack that's on the floor that you can't even see? It's out of the shot? Like, are you in my room? Now I'm a little creeped out. Are you looking at me through the window? Because I do have the window open. Maybe you're out there and you're looking at me. All right. Well, I appreciate your perceptiveness. That's impressive, Prince James. I don't know how you did that. You psychic. Okay. That was Prague House Tell Brooklyn, generation 1. This is the second one. Okay, that's all right. But again, it's really fuzzy. Like, there's no... Although it does, I will give it, it's got some really great kind of punchy qualities to the percussive elements. Like, that's really snappy. And I like that. See that? The washiness sounds generated to me. If that was all cleaned up, that would be pretty sweet, you know? Okay. Neither of those did anything in the realm of fusion jazz, I might add. Of course, it was just 2 words. Maybe I needed to really, go into description. That's another thing that I'm not finding here. Udio gives you the ability to do your manual mode, right? Which is to say, switch on manual mode. The prompt is the thing I put into it. Suno just takes what you have and sorry. So Udio has that manual mode, and then Udio also has when you take the manual mode off, it essentially rewrites your prompt to get, well, I'm going to put in air quotes, better results, which isn't necessarily the same, true. It's not getting better results. It's just they're using an LLM to rewrite your prompt to add more kind of like flowery descriptors that generally leads to a more refined output, I guess, to a certain degree. All right, so far I've only listened to 2 things. So far I'm kind of like, like I would at this stage, at where we're at right now, I would still opt to use Udio over what I'm hearing from Suno. Let's try the white noise, solid blank air, repeated delay that fades into the darkness. Who knows what that means? I don't even know what that means, but it means something to AI, and we're going to hear what it means right now. Oh, that's good. I like that. But again, things sound really fadey, like low res, like that whoa, it's kind of garbly, it's messy. Yeah, grainy. Thank you. Totally has a grainy quality. Which, I mean, if you're using this as an inspiration, an idea generator, the grainy quality doesn't matter as much as long as you get the sense of what you can do to replicate the sound. But I would find that a better quality output would be more inspiring. Just, it wouldn't just be the idea that you're given, but you get more of a sense of like whether it's worth, whether there's gold there to be found, Okay. And so Suno goes on and on. Like it really is a song generator, not just like, you know what I mean? Like Udio, yeah, it's a music generator. Suno really seems to be a song generator. It's like, yeah, I'm going to give you 3.5 minutes. And that's probably, I'm guessing there's radio stations and YouTube channels that are nothing but Suno generated music because, 3.5 minutes is like the length of a standard pop song. I'm not going to play all of these because it would, get bored out of our minds. Here's the other one, the other white noise, blah, blah, blah one. And again, kind of got that grainy quality, like you said, Arch Penguin. Good choice. That sounds good. Got a nice bit. You heard that vocal? I don't know if you heard that. Maybe that was just my mic playing for something. That was cool. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like this one. But man, I just wish the quality was better. And if it would go off that central idea a little bit, because it's so repetitive, which could be my fault. I created a repetitive motif. Oops. Okay. Heck yeah, you need to bust out your MPC now. It has been too long. I agree. If you're thinking you need to do it, you probably need to do it. Just saying. Yeah, bust out your MPC, create something, then open up Udio and load it in and be like, what should I do next? And Udio will give you a couple of options. Suno will give you 3.5 minutes worth of options. Which, yeah, I'm feeling like it's definitely overkill. All right, so let's try a different song. I'm going to upload audio, my device. Whew, this one, be curious on this one. So I'm uploading this this short clip that I made while I was flying from from Milan, Italy, to San Francisco. I was on the plane with these headphones, which are noise canceling headphones, but strangely, and it's kind of a bummer and a ding on them, not when you're wired and plugged in. They're only noise canceling when you're connected via Bluetooth, and when you're doing music production, sometimes that's not the ideal approach because you get that latency. So anyways, I was on an airplane with all the noise complications, just sitting there, just like, oh, I want to write something, and came up with a little something that I spent just a small amount of time with. And so, first of all, what is that idea? Do I even remember? that is a short export. Let me see here. I want that to be longer. Yeah, I don't know what this song is. I don't know that I'd ever finished this one. This was like one of those ideas that I had in my head, and then I put it out, and I was like, okay, I got it out. Moving on. Sometimes that just happens. I mean, it's fine, but it's not that exciting to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and export that. Sorry, you can't see that I'm doing that because I'm in Ableton right now. And there's no easy way in StreamYard to say, follow what I'm looking at. If you want audio pass through, you have to specifically select the app or the window, the Chrome browser window in StreamYard in order to pass through audio. So that's kind of a bummer. Yeah, Arch Penguin, you think you'll pass on training their AI model? Fair. I totally hear you. I get it. I'm not really too concerned about it personally. Um, I'm also not making money off of my stuff, and I don't necessarily feel like my music is, really groundbreaking, different stuff that, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that I don't value my own work. Um, it's just I don't have right now, might change, but right now I don't have any grand ambitions about the music that I'm writing other than it's really useful to have a bunch of little random snippets for when I create videos for YouTube. And then I've got my own music, and then I don't have to worry about clearing the license with Envato Elements, and having the copyright holder be like, "Hey, you can't monetize your video," and then I go, "Yes, I can. I'm an Envato subscriber, and here's my license." It's just a pain in the butt versus just like making my own. Then it's like an excuse for me to make my own. All right, I re-exported it. I'm gonna re-upload it. Okay, true that. Yeah, that's true. I agree. Okay, it's uploading. It's creating a cover image. All right, so let's see here. I extended it. Okay, so there we go. If any of you have ideas for prompts that magical, mysterious prompts that I should put in here, by all means, I am open to it. Okay, so we'll go extend. We'll extend from. Okay, what about 15? Sure. I'm feeling so boxed in with Suno. That's the feeling I have right now. It's not like a playground to me. I'm feeling it feels very one note to me. And some of the output is interesting, but like I'm just not interested in something that is truly random. Like I want to have some control, and I just don't feel like I get a lot of control here. What are some of these other features? Reuse prompt, edit details. Oh, I see. The title, okay, yeah, no, that's not. Regenerate video. So you can create video around your song? Okay. Reuse prompt. Okay. Let's doop-a-doop. Let's go in here and style of music. New metal. Electro pop. Sure. Oh boy. This is where I realized my brain is a little fried. Not as fresh as I was the other day for the live stream. Hello. Owl and River Co. Good to see you, man. Does the Suno AI use emotional prompts? Can you add a generate excitement that? Oh yeah, probably so. That's a great idea. Okay, I'm just gonna lift your thing word for word because sometimes my creativity and the word front is not very good. Excitement that builds and then really gets people dancing. Um, uh, club whistles, peak hour. Yeah, we'll see if it does that. And then, yes, I love it. Trap beat, dubstep, dark. Oh, that's all I can do. Dark. Here, we'll just go dark. No, can't. Here, actually, trap beat I'm taking out because we're kind of not in a trap world right now. But what about? But dubstep, I could see that happening. Title. I wonder, does the title have influence? Give your song a title for sharing, discovery, and organization. Okay, no, it doesn't. All right. So this is just uh, Milan idea turn from electro to dubstep or something along those lines. Extend from 15. Okay. All right. Pull the slot machine. Give me some ideas or give me very long output. And that's actually something that I also notice is when these Prague House till Brooklyn pieces came out, they were not 3.5 minutes initially. At least I don't think they were. I didn't listen. I think I listened to the full one of this, and it was not 3.5 minutes. So I think maybe it gives you a starting point, and then it continues to add to it. I'm guessing. Part two. Why does it say that? What does that mean? Here, I'm gonna pull this out here. Main idea. Okay, what does part two mean though? Is it linked? What is it linked to? That infers that this might be an extension of something. Oh, so is this? Huh. I wonder what this is gonna sound like. We'll listen. Oh my god. Oh, this is so cheesy. But hey, we asked for it. Or I asked for it. Oh god. It hurts. I should never put in club whistles. It created a motif that we just can't go back from. Oh, you're right. You're right, Jesse. Oh boy, that whistle hurt my ears. Not only because it was bad, but just because it's like the frequency was painful. Yes, okay, so I get it. So it's part two because, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, Jesse, but I think what you're saying is because what a lot of people use these for is to create piece by piece and stitch together like a whole song. So, they might start the first verse and work it, and get it to a point, and then they'd feed that output in and extend and go, okay, so now it's chorus time or whatever. And so that chorus would be part two versus the part one, or that sort of stuff, and stepping into it. When I'm uploading audio, that is part one, right? And then the audio that is generated from that is part two. I bet if I refed this through, which if I went to here and said, oh, how would that work? Oh, because I couldn't extend it. Oh, how would that work then? but it's essentially saying that it's linking those two ideas. Okay. Anyways, there's something for me to learn there. Um, whew, that whistle, that was painful. Now I'm really scared. Here's the other one. Pretty cheesy, but marginally better. Ooh, I like that part. That like half step up. Yeah, this is so cheesy. Oh my god. Oh, and look, this song is now 3 minutes 44 seconds. So it does give you a little bit to chew on while it generates the rest. So then, all right, I'm sorry, I got to go back to this for a second. Oh. You loved the whistle motif so much, we took it into a piano for you. Oh my god. But man, like it doesn't sound particularly great to me. The quality is diminished. It's very flat. But if you take this idea, I'm not saying it's a good song. Like that's not my point. I'm not saying this idea is any good. But if you take that output and you get into a time machine and jump forward like 3 years, systems like this, if they aren't sued out of existence, which they very well could be at some point, the kind of washy, low resolution, grainy quality, that's all going to get worked out. What you hear now is the YouTube SD video while the HD video is encoding. You know what I mean? And you watch it too early and you're like, why is it so blurry? Well, because the HD video is encoding. It hasn't quite got there yet because that takes more processing power. That's where we're at right now. We're at SD quality on this stuff. Actually, we're beyond that because SD quality was like 2 years ago when it was like producing total crap and really fuzzy. It sounded kind of like AM radio. And now at least we sound like that's the comparison. It used to sound like AM radio. And you're like, okay, well, this will sound cool when it sounds better, better quality. And now I feel like we're at FM quality. And it's still got that fuzziness to it. And that just leads me to believe that beyond the FM quality comes the Sirius XM quality. And then beyond the Sirius XM quality comes the high res audio or whatever the next step is, the FLAC quality. So, okay. Interesting. All right. Quality of training data used to generate the sound. Well, you're probably right. But don't you think the quality of the training data is probably pretty good? Like I'm sure that they weren't training this on FM quality material. Sure it was pretty darn high res enough. But yeah, but I'm sure you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying like I don't know how much the quality of the training data has to do with it as much. Yeah, I actually honestly I couldn't even tell you. I don't know why. All I know is image generation, as the other example, a handful of years ago it was producing very weird things or very fuzzy imagery. Like I remember like 5 years ago seeing Google research things where it was like, here's a stamp-sized image that's all pixelated, and our AI recreated it, or rather, I think it was like a full-size, like really blurry image. And they're like, our AI recreated this. The problem is it recreated it at like this tiny little stamp size image. So when you blew it up, it was just super blurry, right? That was like the quality of image generation then. And I don't know if that was because the data set was poor quality. I think that was just because they hadn't built the systems up to a point to where they could handle processing the imagery the way they can now. And now you look at it and, in many ways, not entirely, but in many ways, it's, not nearly as easy to tell it apart from human generated stuff. I still think it's I still think it's easy to spot AI generated stuff. It's not really what I'm saying, but it's getting closer. And I think the same happens with music. We're just earlier in the process with music. So all these rough edges, we're going to get there. Again, disclaimer, if they aren't sued out of existence before that happens. Okay, so Tricepta, thank you for being here. Good to see you. You can click the three dots and then get whole song to combine the parts into one song. Right, and so then you would have to take those pieces and you'd have to lay them out in a DAW or in an audio software of some sort, right? And you'd have to like find the right point, crossfade, I'm guessing, and make it seamless. And again, just to kind of reiterate, that's not really what I'm interested in. That's not the thing that I would use these for. I use them primarily as like idea machines. Okay. Let's try this idea again, but get away from the club whistles because that was brutal. So let's see here. If I open up Perplexity and I say, write me a short prompt for Suno AI, and you can't see this because it just would take me too long to reshare the new thing. Write me a short prompt for Suno AI, a music generation AI system, to take an idea I've uploaded and turn it into a Weird Al song with lyrics about a fortune cookie. Oh God, I don't even know why I'm doing this. I'm already afraid. Okay. I'm just going to copy it. I'm not even going to question it. Let's see here. Instrumental, no. Now, enter additional lyrics to extend the song based on your previous verses. So, so I can't just tell it write us. I have to actually have the lyrics. I mean, I could make random, but okay. I didn't think this through. All right, I'm going to go instrumental. About a fortune cookie. Create a parody. So style of music. Okay. Oh, I have to agree. I can write an idea. Okay. A parody song. In the style of Weird Al Yankovic about a fortune cookie. As inspiration. Oh, wow. So the prompt that I give it is way shorter than what I got out of Perplexity. Let's see here. The course should feature okay, I see. Okay, I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but there we go. What should the style of the song be? Experimental. Psychedelic soul. Okay. Who the hell knows? At this point, I don't even know. I'm just making it up as I go. Okay. 15, sure. Extend. All right. So now we start a new adventure while I open my fortune cookie that my hotel gave me I got 2 actually. Maybe I should save the other one for another day, but let's go ahead and see. As I get crumbs all over my laptop, what my fortune is. Have the courage to get a little lost. You'll find your way back if you need to. All right, that's pretty appropriate. I feel like I'm getting very lost right now. But at least I have you all to get lost with. Okay. Stars and Dreams. Experimental Psychedelic Soul, which is a parody song in the style of Weird Al Yankovic about a fortune cookie. Use my uploaded melody as inspiration, but transform it into an upbeat, comedic tune with quirky instrumentation. Include witty, food-related puns. Oh, God, I didn't read this thoroughly. Exaggerated predictions in the lyrics. The chorus should feature a catchy, repeatable phrase about cracking open the cookie and finding an absurd fortune, like I just did. Incorporate sound effects of crunching cookies and paper unfolding between verses for added humor. All right. I'm preparing myself to cringe. Let's listen to what we came up with. This is the first version. A parody song in the style of Weird Al Yankovic about a fortune cookie. Use my uploaded melody as inspiration, but transform it into an No, never mind. Of course. It's just reading my prompt. Oh, I see. I got it. I have to generate the lyrics after I put that in there. Got it. Okay. Oh, boy. Okay. So I have generated lyrics, or at least I think I did. So it's doing it. An error occurred. Try a different lyrics prompt. Okay. How about we take that out then? Maybe it's too long. It's not wanting to do it. Oh, you're right. I bet you that's it. Yeah, it's strange that it doesn't tell you, but I guess maybe they do that on purpose. In the style of a musical artist that makes lots of money being totally ironic. About a fortune cookie. Try a shorter prompt. Really? Like fortune cookies. Well, let's see here. Yeah, I think it's the Weird Al thing. Let's see here. Almost certainly it's the Weird Al thing. They must have locks on that. Okay. Oh boy. All right, so let's run this through then. Extend. Oh boy, you guys. I mean, sorry to eat in your ear. I won't anymore. The second I put that in my mouth, I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I can tell you right now, I will not be renewing my Suno subscription. When it comes to what I've seen here versus what I've seen with Udio, like, man, for my purposes, they don't even compare as far as I'm concerned. Like, this is neat. It just kind of feels like a toy versus Udio feels like a utility to me. That's the difference that I see. Okay, crack that cookie. Here we go. In a dinner spot so bright, came a cookie in the night. Snap it open with delight in a crispy bite, alright. All the secrets deep inside, with a crunch we can't hide. Oh Yeah. That's a weird one.
Sounds of crunching in the air. Paper falls, we
I
cannot
think it's
stay.
interesting how it took the music
Fortune
pieces
says
that I
out
uploaded.
there
That's pretty
and
neat.
cookie crumbs right there.
Oh boy. Oh god, get that melody out of my head. There's something about that like how he's singing it that's kind of creepy. Weird. Okay, here's the other one.
The dinner spot so bright. Game of cookie in the night.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's so cringy. Um yeah, once again, the lyrics thing is just not I have no need for it. So I'm going to turn that off. Suno is working on letting you regenerate and edit parts in vocal instrumentation or instrumental separation. Well, that's nice. They definitely need to get that. Both of them need to get that, or any of these systems need to get that separation piece, because that keeps coming up for me. It's like, oh man, that was cool. I wish I could pull it out. Um, and then I would consider like, oh, can I pull out that piece, bring it into my project, throw a delay on it? You know what I mean? Then it becomes like a sample that I'm working with. I'd be open to that. So, all right. I don't know that I have a whole lot more to explore here. I mean, I think I've kind of got the gist of what is going on with Suno, and I think my Cliff's Notes version of my experience here is here, hold on, because I feel like I need to kind of write this down so that I can refer to it later. I think my Cliff's Notes version of what's going on with Suno is, obviously longer generations, whether you need them or not, all that extra time. Um, I feel like the quality is lower. And I don't know if that's changed because I had a lot of people in comments of the UDO videos saying Suno's quality is amazing. And maybe when they're saying Suno quality, they're referring to something other than like sound quality. I don't know, but I feel like the sound quality, um, the resolution is, I don't know. It's flat. It's just poor. It's just a crunchy, grainy. It's just not my cup of tea. Not my preference. Um, Far less customizable when compared to UDO. UDO lets you get in to the weeds. Um, and here it feels, it's a great as a toy, I'd say. You know what I mean? It's like meant to be a funny little thing, like, oh, I'm gonna send my friend a fart song, and you just put it in there and you generate. And I guess you could do that with UDO, but with UDO you're getting smaller snippets, and so I think that changes the use case for UDO. It adds more work if what you're trying to do is a full song, but I'm not using it for that. So this is great as a toy, I'd say. Um, yeah. I don't know. Altogether, I mean, it's easier to get something, but it feels like you're really leaving a lot up to the system. You know what I mean? I don't know. And lyrics or vocals are damn cheesy, but they are with UDO too. I don't know. Am I missing anything of the major kind of points here? Oh, custom. When if you take custom off, wow, things get real simple then. You know what I mean? That really lends to the idea that this is really meant to be more like a toy. But there's a lot of people creating stuff. And so before I kind of shut this down, is there any way to siphon through? I guess they've got the showcase. Okay, play me this.
画面越しの美女つながるセッション指先で描く夜のコネクション笑顔交わすマジックエンドレスのトラフィック iPhone 越しのドラマ心ファブリケの
It's really overdriven too. You know what I mean? It's like it goes back to that sound quality. Like the low end kind of stuff is really like it's pushing. Um, it's almost pushing the speaker cone. It's kind of rattly and yeah, I'm not digging it, to be honest. I'm happy I did this because it keeps coming up. Um, but it's not my preference. I am like excited about leaning into UDO and the possibilities there. And Suno, what I'm seeing right now, like yeah, it just feels like a toy. For my purposes, not that interested in it. I'll probably play around with it a little bit more here and there because I've got credits through of the next 30 days. And I'm not regretting that, you know, because I can continue to play around with it. And so just to give you a sense of, the amount of generations that I just did, I'm now down to 2450, and I think I had 3,000. Was it 3,000? Or was it 2,500? Oh, it was 2,500. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I mean, that was a pretty decent amount of generations, and I only went down 50 credits. I didn't do 50 tracks, I probably did like 10 of them. So maybe it's five credits per track would be my guess. So, anyways, all right. Well, there you go. I think that was helpful for me. Now I feel like I can actually talk about Suno and know a little bit about what I'm talking about. And I suppose I could do also the kind of experiment where I take a song idea, run it through Suno, and then try and recreate some of the stuff. But that's where the length kind of gets untenable to me. It's like it gives you all this stuff, and I almost prefer that UDO really limits it down to a small sliver because then it's really focused. Then it's like, all right, this audio file is that idea. This audio file is that idea. That I like. Heart, put it in later, you know what I mean, or recreate it. This, it's like I got to spend 3 minutes analyzing all the different movements of this thing and then isolate that one part. And I don't know, that ends up being too much for my brain, I think. So, all right, y'all. I think we have reached the end of my walkthrough, my learning of Suno. And I want to thank you for being here with me to check it out because I think it was really helpful. And some of you had some really great suggestions. Jesse, you're getting in there. Arch, Penguin, who says Suno plus meh. Yeah. Tricepta, who gave me the wonderful tip about flagging the system with Weird Al, which once I removed that, it actually worked. So that was great. Thank you for including that. Owl and River Co. for being an amazing, amazing dude that I just can't thank enough because he helps me in so many ways outside of these live streams. Really, the the hold on, this logo, that logo, that's Owl. That's who created that. Pretty awesome. Yeah, he's amazing. I'm looking through to see if anyone else. Prince James was in there earlier. Remember, it was good old times when Prince James was in here. Oh, remember the days when he was in here talking about my water bottle. I love you, man. And Tudo, who confirmed Remember way back when I had no idea if you could hear anything. Same with you, Marcello. Thank you for being here. Everybody else who did not comment, I appreciate you all. Oh, there's Marcello. You were gone and now you're back. You were always here. Um, yeah, that was really weird. The whole water bottle thing was very weird. Like this camera does not show my backpack on the floor, but that's where this water bottle was. And he said Contigo, and then I looked in my backpack, and I mean, I'm telling you, right there, it says Contigo. I don't know how he did that. I'm a little weirded out, not gonna lie, but I'm gonna get over it. I'm just gonna go ahead and end this stream and hope that I wake up in the morning. Thanks for being here, y'all. This is a lot of fun. I'm sure I'll have other things like it. Definitely not tomorrow, though. Tomorrow's a big day. So I'll see you on the other side of it. Take care. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me, and have a wonderful night.